All right. Well, I think it's going. All right. Cool.
We are always so surprised when this thing pops
I
up.
know it's not clear though. All right.
I know.
Hi, kids. Welcome back. This is our final lesson in Unit 5. I know agriculture brings you such joy.
It should. It's joyful.
It sparks such joy in my
I
life.
was so happy the whole time.
Today, we will finish that. We will go over 3 skills. Skills 510, 511, and 512. I'm Mr. Latimer.
And I'm Mr. Scoggins.
And today, we will be able to explain how agricultural practices have environmental and societal consequences.
Explain challenges and debates related to the changing nature of contemporary agriculture and food production practices.
And finally, explain geographic variations in female roles in food production and consumption.
Sounds exciting.
Yes.
It's all very, very good. I like the agriculture unit.
Yeah, it's interesting, but we live in a city. We don't really get to see it very often.
Thanks.
All right, skill 510, consequences of agricultural practices.
And there are many.
There are. All right, first is feedlots. Now, a lot of y'all, when you think of feedlots, y'all saw like cows and stuff, and so you assume this would be extensive. Remember, it's intensive. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, feedlots. It's a clustering of cows, pigs, or chickens into a small fenced area. Okay, so again, it's intensive. Remember, intensive, it's small. You're close to the city. You have many workers, but everything's crammed together. It's a small area. The problem with feedlots is that you have all this clustering of animals, and animals poop a lot, especially cows.
Yes.
And all this animal waste gets into the groundwater, and it's bad. It's polluting the groundwater. It's making the water undrinkable. So you'll see, if you ever see water like this, don't play in it.
And don't drink it.
Please don't drink it.
No.
You will die.
It also is a place that diseases.
Yes, you will get diseases. COVID. Yes. COVID-23.
23.
Pastoral nomadism. I'm going to move these. Can I move you?
What is this? What are you doing?
I'm moving the social constructs out of the way.
Social constructs.
Whatever, it'll stay there.
They could be in the picture.
They'll be in the picture.
All right.
Pastoral nomadism. A herd of animals moving around a large area. The herd's shepherd moves them between feeding grounds.
Well, this is done in dry areas like North Africa and Central Asia.
If animals eat all the grass, the topsoil will blow away, creating a desert.
And this is, again,
desertification,
right?
Yes.
Yes.
So you can see this is a pastoral nomadic family
with two
with the social constructs here. Oh,
yes.
You mean the children?
I mean the social constructs.
The social constructs, yes. And they got camel.
There's a camel.
They got 2 camels. All right. You would see pastoral nomadism in dry places. They would be orange on this map. They're not orange in real life. They would look like this, except up here. Do you know what they herd up here?
What?
Reindeer.
You know what? That makes sense.
Yeah. I've eaten reindeer. It's very good.
Really?
Yes.
What's it taste like?
Steak.
Really?
Yes. I also had whale. Whale's also very steak-like.
I would like whale, yes.
All right. Desertification. It's the process of turning arable land. What does arable mean?
So we have to remember arable means farmable, right?
Yeah, we're turning farmable land into a desert, and that's bad. This is usually caused by overgrazing, like we just said. The African Sahel is currently experiencing desertification. For those of you who don't know, here on the right is a picture of Africa. So the blue area, it's not blue in real life, but in this picture it is. The Sahara Desert. Sahara is an Arab word for desert, so it's a desert.
The desert.
Yes. That tells you what it's like. It's a desert. Okay.
This is a desert.
Yeah. South of it is the Sahel, which is like a grassland. It's kind of like Kansas, if anyone's ever been up there, or northern Texas, where it's just flat and windy.
Kansas.
Yes. Oh, well, we went back.
Don't do that.
Oh, we went forward. All right. The Sahel is, people call it Africa's breadbasket, which means they grow a lot of food there. So the problem with this is that the Sahara Desert is expanding south into the Sahel, which is endangering the African people's food supply.
Yep.
Okay. Other places in the world are also at risk of being desertified. This map on the left is from a test question, which you will probably see. The darker it is means they're very high risk of becoming a desert. Okay, so we are about in the moderate risk area. It's not good.
Moderate risk
Means like it could happen.
It just sounds so like it's moderate.
Yeah, moderate. Moderate's like middle. Yeah,
Moderate to severe,
Yeah, moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. All right.
Okay.
Slash and burn or shifting cultivation. These mean the same thing.
Yes.
We don't call things slash and burn anymore because there's a negative connotation with that because it sounds like you're doing bad things. It is bad.
I mean, it is bad.
Yeah, but like no one likes to be told they're bad because we live in a shameless society.
Man.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry there. Burning down large areas of forests and jungles to create a farmland. So again, you're slashing and you're burning.
It's shifting cultivation.
You're basically removing something and planting. It's like ethnic cleansing. It sounds nice, but it's really not.
Now, since when? Okay. Now,
because you're cleaning.
What are you,
Cleaning sounds nice.
Like Mr. Clean?
Mr. Clean. Yes, he's a nice man. All right.
Is he?
I assume so.
He doesn't look nice.
I mean, he seems like he means his business. He's all about cleanliness.
He is, okay. Mr. Clean. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Large-scale removal of forests is called deforestation. That's bad. You do not want to remove a lot of forest. That's bad because that makes air. The trees make air. For example, the Brazilian rainforests produces 1/3 of our air supply. So if we burn down the rainforest, there goes 1/3 of our air.
And I think I brought this up in the last lesson.
Yes.
It's the rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is known as the world's lung.
Yes.
And we're burning our lung.
Yeah. We're like...
That's what we're doing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're true. There are over 10,000 species in the rainforest that risk extinction due to deforestation.
10,000.
10,000. There are so many we don't even know. Like we're still discovering things in the rainforest.
What is this?
Yes. So you can see a picture on the right. That's deforestation. Not sure why they left these collection of trees.
Maybe. Let's leave a few trees
to warn the others.
To warn the other trees.
They're coming for you.
Oh my goodness.
All right, soil salinization and erosion.
Remember, salty soil.
Yeah, salty soil. When too much salt builds up in the soil, you can't grow crops, so it'd look like this.
Salty soil.
Salty soil. This is caused by runoff, which is water flowing over the surface of the soil, usually during storms, could be during irrigation. So if you wonder what that would look like, here's a plant, and there's an ambiguous thing just floating here, just watering. And
where did you get this?
I don't know. The humans don't exist in this world; they just water themselves.
It just yes. Yeah. And the sun
is here, and the sun's like it's leading you to the nativity scene.
This one scene here. Yeah. Look at this line.
Yeah, the water's evaporating, and the salt's staying behind.
The evaporation is just a bunch of arrows going up.
Yes, that's not what it looks like.
No.
Okay. Terraced farming. Now, not terrorists. Terrorists.
Do you know how many students say that?
Yeah, it's not terrorist. No. It's terraced. Okay. Terraced just means there's edges to it, like a layered cake. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So terraced farming, you're cutting chunks out of a hill to make it into a flat place that you can farm. So if you live in a hilly place, normally you need a flat place to grow food. So you modify your environment so you can make it farmable. So you see these pictures here. They have modified their environment to make it flat so they can grow food. Now, this is in the tropics because we know they're growing rice because they're growing it in rice paddies over here.
And there's one thing you could use to remember terraced farming.
Tell me.
And I know there are people out there.
Tell me.
And they will not say they actually partake in the Minecraft.
Yes.
But remember Minecraft with terraced farming. I know who you are.
You play
Minecraft, so just remember that, and you'll be just fine.
Yes, Minecraft farming.
I mean, does it not remind you?
Yes, it looks blocky like Minecraft.
Yes.
Okay. All right. These flat areas collect rainwater, like you see, because they're growing rice. You need lots of water to grow rice. This is intensive because you're going to need a lot of labor to do this, and most likely this is done with very little technology. Because I don't see you getting a tractor out here.
Can you imagine?
That would be, you would destroy everything in the process.
Yes.
Because like these rice, look how picturesque this is.
It can't be real.
Yeah, no. I believe this was a Windows background for a while.
I'm sorry, this on the bottom right seems more realistic to me.
Yeah, see, the problem with this is that it increases the chance of mudslides because if like your soil just loses its integrity, it might just slide down.
Soil loses the integrity. I
Yeah.
just don't know anymore.
Yeah, so this brought down, like, this is not due to terrace farming, but this is just what a landslide looks like. So you see, this was a train track, and I guess the train track's vibrations must have like made the land just fall over. So that's that's a landslide.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's
No.
bad. I see all these guys over here, these red shirts. They're
Red shirts.
if you watch Star Trek, you'll know what that means. All right.
They didn't make it.
No, they didn't.
Well,
All right, irrigation. I've told you guys about this before. Irrigation is watering crops from water from another place. Move these social constructs out of the way.
move them up.
Yes.
These guys.
Okay.
All right.
Watering crops from other places. So most places don't actually have the rainwater to actually grow your own crops. So you're going to rely on rainier places or underground water to water your crops so you can grow food. Now, the problem with this is that it causes soil salinization.
Salty soil.
Salty soil. We're also bringing in chemical water, which is not good.
Chemical water.
Like chemicals in the water, you know.
No. I like chemical water.
Chemical water. So like polluted water, that's not good. We're also wasting our water supply. We have this giant aquifer underground. It's called the Ogallala water.
How did that go again?
Ogallala, I think.
That's good.
It's almost empty, which is bad because that's where most of us get our water from.
You remember back in Unit 4,
Yes.
politics
Yes.
and political space.
Yes.
Of those states, who controls the water? Look, Texas, Oklahoma,
Texas,
Kansas.
yeah, New Mexico, yeah, all those states, they own the water.
That's very interesting.
Yes. So we're kind of just selling our water.
We sell the water.
We sell the water. We have the water rights. Yeah.
Wow. You know, though, the ramifications of this water being depleted because of irrigation, when you think about it,
Yeah.
if you have no water, what can you not have?
Can't have crops.
And if you can't have crops, what do you don't have?
You don't have people.
People have to go where?
People have to go somewhere where there is water.
There you go.
Yeah. So this will eventually cause migration.
Sorry, Kansas.
Yeah. Sorry, can't. Dude, like 4 people live there.
Well, it looks like it's going to be 0.
Yeah.
They're all going to leave.
Most people in Kansas live over here anywhere where there is no water.
Kansas City.
Yeah. Don't go there.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
You're not wrong.
Okay. All right. Green Revolution.
Ooh,
Now,
yes.
we had a whole lesson on this, but we're going to talk about it again.
Why not?
All right. Green Revolution is we've increased the use of chemicals that are required. It's requiring more land to be used. The chemicals such as fertilizers and pesticides are then run off into the water. So once it rains, all the pesticides and fertilizer you have on the soil gets washed away and ends up in our water supply. So again, if you see water like this, don't drink it, please.
Or,
Yes.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chemical
Okay.
water.
So this is an interesting map.
I like this.
So this is not real. The world does not look like this.
What kind of map is that?
This would be I guess a choropleth map?
Probably.
Okay. So what they've done here is they've reconfigured the map so if you're condensing everything based on what the land's being used for. So if you look really close, you'll see little squares.
Ooh.
Really close. So each of that's supposed to like represent like an aspect of like the earth. So this giant block we have in the middle of America is cow and pasture. So most of our land in America actually goes to cow and pasture range. So a lot of our animal raising happens for most of our land. Our highways, all our highways make up this little rectangle here. Okay.
No, those are just rural highways.
Yes. Look at this square here. This is golf. That's all the golf courses.
Golf.
All the golf courses in America, if you were to combine them, they'd make up this much space.
You know what though?
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic that
Yeah.
golf made the list.
Yes. This pink area is where people are. Like this area here is where houses are. This dark pink is businesses. And this light pink is homes in the countryside. So really all the people, we could condense all the people over here comfortably. Isn't that interesting?
Comfortably?
I mean, like, we basically were copying and pasting all the places that are urban away into this area. You could do it.
You sure you could.
But you have to remove all the farmland, all the mountains, whatever. Okay, next skill, which was challenges of contemporary agriculture.
It's a challenge.
Yes. Crop and livestock diversity. The Green Revolution has made us reliant on a smaller, can I move you?
It's variety.
Variety. Oh my gosh.
This.
Oh my gosh, hold on. We have to go backwards.
Out of control.
Oh my gosh.
Out of control.
Okay, crop and livestock diversity.
Good.
The Green Revolution has made us reliant on a smaller variety of crops and animals. The danger is that if a disease kills off the small variety of crops, the people will starve. Most aqua farmers only grow 2 species of fish. You might be wondering, what is an aqua farmer? It's water farming, like this picture on the left. It's kind of sad. You have like this enclosed area in the water where fish live and reproduce, and every now and then we just scoop them up out of the water, like the claw from Toy Story.
But
and then,
but the claw.
Yeah.
But when they say things like salmon or salmon, if you are fancy.
Oh boy.
They say that it was wild caught.
Yes, it's not wild caught.
It was probably this right here.
Yes, it was this. It was aqua farming. Also, cows and chicken make up a majority of our. They don't know what's coming.
Cows and chicken.
Yes, cows and chickens make up the majority of our diet in America. Okay, and the problem is if a disease were to wipe out cows and chickens, we would be up a creek, wouldn't we?
They don't know what's coming.
Yeah, man, they don't know.
And we would be up a creek because think about it. That's all we have.
Yes. All right, food deserts.
This is an interesting phenomenon.
Yes. I'm going to move these guys. Okay, stay there.
Whoa.
Stay there. Okay, food deserts. Urban areas, which we mean cities, that don't have a grocery store within 1 mile. Now, remember that? I've seen many questions on previous exams where they say, well, that's a metric you need to remember, that a food desert is an area within 1 mile that does no groceries, no grocery store. Usually we see this in dense cities like New York City. Yeah, I've been in New York City. There are no grocery stores. You have corner stores like 7-Eleven everywhere where they sell like prepackaged meals, which are just kind of like Takis.
Oh.
Yeah, like you're not really getting a balanced breakfast there.
Takis and Takis.
Takis and Mountain Dew, basically.
Oh,
yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. This has forced people to eat food from gas stations or fast food, like you see this picture on the right. This is a food desert. There is no grocery store. And so the people who live in this area are going to have to rely on this for food.
And, as our cities expand, as urbanization continues, our farmlands, you got to have the land from somewhere.
Yeah.
So farmlands are going to be converted into these neighborhoods, these suburbs.
Yes.
These extensions of these cities.
Yes.
Okay,
the local eat movement and the food miles problem.
Food miles problem.
All right. People are concerned about the amount of pollution caused by trucks transporting their food supplies. Okay, there's solutions to minimize the amount of pollution and the amount of cars being involved to transport the food for you. Number 1, community-supported agriculture. It's also called fair trade. Buying food from a nearby farmer. Like this cuts down on having other people really being involved in the production and transportation of your food. Just buy it directly from the source.
But here's the problem with this.
You are driving.
Well, you're walking.
Yeah.
But there are 2 problems, I guess. You're either walking or driving on a bike.
Yeah.
But the other problem is, recall back to 2 lessons ago, we were talking about the butter from the farmer.
Yes.
Was it more expensive or less expensive?
It was more expensive.
It's more expensive. So this is assuming that all this is going to be cost efficient, which you cannot assume that.
Yeah, it's not going to. Yeah, you will lose money on this deal.
Yes, you will.
Okay,
but it's a great idea.
It is. Vertical. Well, you have farmer markets. Have you ever been to those?
Farmers markets.
Farmers markets. Yes. Like that's an example of this. If you guys ever want to go see it, they have one. Downtown Dallas, the parking's a bit of a hassle. If you want,
Houston, I'm sure.
Houston also has one.
San Antonio.
Rockwall is a good one. I think they have it on one Sunday a month. I think you can look up their schedule.
Sure.
It's a small one. You kind of just get a real gist of what community supported agriculture looks like. All right. The other solution to the local eat movement is vertical farming. So we talked about this earlier in the unit. That's when you have like trays with like crops in them. They're stacked on top of each other. You can do this in a condensed area where you don't have much space to farm. I've often seen this on the roofs of buildings in New York City where people grow their own food. So it does cut down on the problem of food deserts.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Wow.
All right. Value-added products. Like we talked about that GMO butter. Organic butter.
GMO butter.
Value-added products. A more expensive product, but it is made traditionally and more sustainably. The extra cost of these products helps the farmer stay in business without being part of an agribusiness. Okay, so they'll produce things like organic crops, which means it's naturally grown, no GMO. There's no hormones, no steroids, no pesticides. It's like natural. It's like imagine you're getting food made in 1800, just like that. Free range means you kind of just let the animals live their normal lives, and when they get to an old age, the farmer kills them. So these chickens are a free range chicken. Now, these chickens will be more expensive because, again, it's value added. You're doing something extra for these animals, and so you're going to have to pay extra for it.
Again,
Yeah. Yeah.
cost.
Yes. Okay, last skill for Unit 5, women in agriculture.
Ah.
Yes. Inventors of farming. So this is a theory we have that women invented farming. The reason why is before we were farmers, we were hunters and gatherers. So the men went out hunting, the women went looking for fruits and vegetables. And the belief is that when women were chopping up the fruits and vegetables, they would take the seeds and be like, well, I can't eat this. And they would throw it behind them. And then as the hunters and gatherers would migrate away, the seeds would take and grow into their own plants. And then every year, the hunters and gatherers would return back to their old locations, and they would notice, hey, trees popped up where we threw seeds down. And so the theory is that women invented agriculture from this belief we have. So women, good job for letting us not be hunters and gatherers. Yeah, this is what a hunter-gatherer society would look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, see this guy? He's just harvesting wheat.
Just a dog.
Yeah, just a dog. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Women in less developed countries. I'm going to move these guys again. Oh
Whoa.
my gosh, what just happened?
Don't do that.
Come on. Move you away. There we go. All right. Most women in these countries are subsistence farmers. That means you grow food for yourself. You're not selling this food, you are eating the food. This is an unpaid job because you're not working for anybody, as they are only growing crops to feed their family. Women are not treated equally in less developed countries. They might not even have the same rights as men, and they may be forced to only work in agriculture.
Yes.
Okay, this map over here shows us the gender inequality index, which we'll talk about again near the end of the year. The greener you are means there are more, you have better gender equality. So it means it's better for you to be a woman there. The redder it gets, it means women are treated worse. Don't always assume that wealthy countries treat women well. As you can see, America, we are a wealthy country, but we are not as dark green as the others. So we're not perfect. No one's perfect, but we are trying.
I think it's it.
Is that it?
Was that Unit 5?
I think.
Look at that.
Well,
that's it.
Okay, we are done, kids. Hope you enjoyed Unit 5. Next unit, we will start Unit 6, which is about urbanization.
Bid run theory again.
Yes, it never goes away.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Have a great day.
See ya.